Live from the Canadian capital, this is the GBN television news. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines comes to you compliments Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me whenever you're in need. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, next day,
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
This is Network News for Monday, May the 22nd, 2023. I'm Stasia Blake. In the headlines tonight, teenager among two arrested in armed robbery at Green Dot Limited. St. Andrew Northwest MP publicly pledges to work with the National Democratic Congress until her season is over. Police are asking for the public's help to find 42-year-old Cuthbert Mark. And in regional news, early morning fire in Guyana claims a life of 20. Internationally, China summons Japan's ambassador over criticism. And coming up in sports, Nazio John has smashed Randy James' national record. Details right after this message.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
And good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. A 17-year-old student is one of 2 young men arrested by police and jointly charged with the offense of robbery with violence. The charge relates to the armed robbery at the Green Dot Limited internet service provider outlet on Cross Street, St. George's last Thursday. Nisha Paul has the details.
21-year-old Ashay Marshall, an IT trainee of Parade St. George, along with a juvenile, are accused of using an imitation gun to stage a robbery at Green Dot Limited, in which $790 was stolen. Both men were apprehended by police on Sunday, 3 days after a video of the daring incident went viral on social media. They made their first appearance at the St. George's Magistrates Court before Chief Magistrate Teddy St. Louis. Marshall, an employee of the St. George's University, up to the time of his arrest, is being assisted in the matter by attorney Peter David, who was able to secure bail for him in the amount of $50,000 with one surety. The 21-year-old suspect, who has no previous convictions, must also submit his travel documents to the court and report to Central Police Station on Wednesdays between the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. Meanwhile, the juvenile, who is being represented in court by attorney Anselm Clouden, has been remanded to the Grand Bacolet Rehabilitation and Treatment Center, where he will undergo counseling as part of the juvenile offenders curriculum. Attorney Clouden says his client's case highlights the need for a court to deal specifically with juvenile matters. Robbery with violence carries a maximum penalty of 30 years imprisonment. Both Marshall and the juvenile are scheduled to return to court on June 30th. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Police have arrested and charged 30-year-old construction helper of Moya St. Andrew, Ramesh Williams, for the offense of sexual intercourse with a minor. Mr. Williams currently resides at Harveyvale, Carriacou. Police say the offense was allegedly committed in Carriacou between the 1st and 31st of December 2022. Mr. Williams was placed on bail in the sum of $15,000 with one surety, and he's due to appear at the Carriacou Magistrates Court on Monday, the 19th of June, 2023. The NDC three-time Member of Parliament for St. Andrew Northwest, Delma Thomas, has joined forces with the ruling National Democratic Congress government. The move comes weeks after she resigned from the New National Party after 14 years. We get more in this report from Nisha Paul.
Scores of supporters, including government ministers and former associates of the main opposition New National Party, came together on Sunday to witness the start of a new chapter in the political career of MP Delma Thomas.
I say yes to work for the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and Pidimatnik. I am committed to the people of St. Andrew Northwest. It has always been about you. Mr. Prime Minister, I say yes to work with you and your team. I say yes to Grenada. I say yes to women power. I say women rise up. Let no one keep you down. Let no one say you cannot do it. And so I have pledged my commitment to work with the NDC government as we move forward. As we move forward.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell encourages support for this new precedent-setting venture in the history of Grenadian politics.
You have my personal commitment and the commitment of the National Democratic Congress to make sure that we continue to include all Grenadians. And so there are others who are going through what Honorable Sister Delma Thomas is going through. And if you need someone to reach out to you, there are many of us who are willing to do so. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to look over the fence, to pick up the phone and call someone. We are here to support you. We are here to give you a home. We are here to give you a beating heart. We are here collectively to move Grenada forward.
MP Thomas has been the subject of widespread scrutiny, mostly by NNP members, over her decision to cooperate on a number of initiatives with members of the ruling NDC administration, which took office last June. Senator Gloria Thomas, who she defeated in the June 23rd poll, has taken what she describes as a bold step to reduce decisive politics that has plagued the country for many years.
So when I invited Sister Delma to walk along with me, I did so with a view to make St. Andrews Northwest one of the most developed constituencies on the island. It was all about Northwest and trying to realize the vision that I had for this area of the country. As we campaign on transformation, I did not want transformation to be just a buzzword, but a reality, and this is why I took the bold step to attempt to reduce divisive politics that have plagued Grenada for over many years, for too long.
Senator Thomas added that if we are to be transformative, revolutionary, and dynamic in our outlook, we must not wallow in the way it used to be. Senator Thomas also called on the people of St. Andrew Northwest to put party colors aside and embrace the new concepts.
This is new. This whole idea of coming together in that kind of way from either side of the fence, it is new. It is different. This is away from the norm, and so we must be prepared to allow some time for some persons to come to terms with this transformative approach. Constituents all, no matter what side of the political divide you come from, it is our time to work together and develop our constituency so we can experience a better quality of life for ourselves, our family, and the future generation.
For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell explains the context of the newly formed relationship with MP Thomas.
What we've agreed to is that she will obviously join the National Democratic Congress. That means for Parliament purposes she will sit on the side in Parliament with the government. Parliament is on Tuesday, so we expect that she will be sitting with us for the first time on Tuesday. But you know, we don't always have to serve government by being in the cabinet or being a government minister. And there's also, as you're aware, we have a lot of young ministers. So just from the point of view of being able to give advice, from being able to tell us what is happening in the communities, what are the things that we may need to address is in and of itself help it itself. So it doesn't have to be that we make the cabinet itself larger. But as time will go on, we will see whether or not that is necessary. But for now, no, she will not be in the cabinet.
The former Social and Development Minister, who pledged to continue fighting for the people, says she's not interested in assuming a ministerial portfolio at this time, as she believes that she'll be better able to assist the government from outside.
Because I believe that being out of the cabinet will help me to help them on a lot of issues. Healthcare is key, youth development, education, women, the issues that confront us as women. So I will be there assisting them and being able to provide and sit down and have enough time so I can help write as we strive for the new budget to see how we can continue to transform our beautiful tri-island state of Grenada, CARICOM, Martin.
And reactions to MP Thomas's affiliation with NDC? Honest, sincere, a loyal person. Those were just some of the words used to describe MP Delma Thomas. Here are some of the views expressed by supporters at Sunday's event, where she announced plans to formalize her alliance with the ruling National Democratic Congress.
She's a genuine person. You understand? She's a caring person. So that lady, to me, I think, is a golden price that the government get to work with.
As a member of Team Delma, I think I just look forward to her continuing to be the person that she has been throughout the years, the genuine person, the caring person. I don't think that anything would change, and I just wanted to know that we would always be here with her, for her, by her, come what may. We would always be Team Delma.
After being someone who went through the victimization and understanding what it felt like, I totally understand what Delma Thomas has went through during the period. I believe sometimes we have to step away from things where we are uncomfortable and make ourselves comfortable, and I believe that she's taking a bold step, a very brave one that is, and it is the right choice.
I thought it was a brave move by her, and you know, she really spoke truth. And I think she was really genuine, and that is what, to me, that is her best quality. She's a genuine person, right? There's no lighted, it's just truth and being honest. And I really admire Delma a lot.
Well, this is a very good move. I have seen the Honorable Delma Thomas for many years as a person who would speak truth to power. She's a very sincere person. I have red flagged her genuine nature a long time ago.
That she has what it takes to come forward, to step forward and to represent, and she has never fell short of that. That's the reason why the persons in our constituency gave her not one, not two, but 3 terms. And I'm certain that if she is to go into politics again, that type of representative politics, that she would be voted in again.
She made history in Grenada, not just for herself, but for women and for politicians and for men in this country. She has shown to the young people of this country what true leadership really means, what honesty and integrity and good character ought to represent.
Taking the step of joining the National Democratic Congress and joining the government is really about service. I think she's impressed by our own willingness to be inclusive, about the transformation agenda that we've spoken about, and the need for us to do work to actually build the communities and build our constituents.
This is News at 7. Coming up, police asking for the public's help to find 42-year-old Cuthbert Mark. Stay with us.
Request, repay, repeat with Ariza's FlexiCredit Evergreen Loan Facility. Qualify for a FlexiCredit with limits up to $25,000 or use your home equity to qualify for more. Extra cash at your fingertips whenever you need it. Accessed using your debit card and managed using Ariza's mobile internet experience app. FlexiCredit allows you the flexibility to top up to your approved limit any day, anytime. Already a member? Send us a WhatsApp on 423-4987. New members join today to apply. Request, repay, repeat. Use your FlexiCredit for vacations, shopping, wedding, general expenses, and more. Ariza loan terms and conditions apply. Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
In our part of the world, we need to be prepared for natural disasters like storms and hurricanes, even outside of the season. I'm sure you'll agree that keeping our loved ones, homes, and businesses safe is important. So, I came up with a few quick tips to help you stay safe. Familiarize yourself with your electrical panel, as it may be necessary to switch off the power during a storm or flood. Make sure you install a transfer or isolation switch to prevent your generator feeding electricity to Grenlec's line. If trees are too close to power lines, call Grenlec at 237 for advice. By following these easy steps, you will be well on your way to being hurricane ready. Don't be caught off guard by natural disasters. Prepare now. For more information, visit grenlec.com.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
Your dream home is taking shape right before your eyes. From the foundation to the roof, every detail is carefully crafted to bring your vision to life. With ACB Grenada Bank's mortgage loans, you can turn your dream home into a reality or unlock the power of your home to empower the next generation.
Our team of financial experts will guide you through the process to help you find the best financial options to suit your needs.
So, whether you're a first-time home buyer or looking to upgrade your current one, trust ACB Grenada Bank to make your dream home a reality. Contact us today to learn more.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bet from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Delight in the delicate scent of Beep, captivating orchid air freshener. Surround yourself with the floral scents of nature captured by Beep for a happy, healthy home.
Notice is hereby given that the 94th Annual General Meeting of Shareholders of the Grenada Building and Loan Association, scheduled for May 24th, 2023 at 4:30 p.m. at the Presbyterian Church, Granitang Road, St. George, has been postponed for a date to be confirmed. The association apologizes for any inconvenience caused as a result of this postponement and will keep our members updated.
Calling all athletics fans, the Whitsuntide Games at NACAC Combined Events are sprinting your way on May 27th and 28th, hosted by the Grenada Athletics Association. Experience the thrill at the Karani James Athletic Stadium. You'll be on the edge of your seat as top local and regional athletes from St. Kitts, St. Vincent, Trinidad, Barbados, Antigua, and Guyana compete for glory. Get the best view from the main stand for just $25 or enjoy the action from the bleachers for only $15. Got kids under 12? They join the fun for even less. Gates open at 9 a.m. sharp on both days. Don't miss out on the biggest athletics event of the year, the Whitsuntide Games and NACAC Combined Events. Brought to you by the Grenada Athletics Association. See you at the finish line.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Thinking about your new home? Think easy. Think a Republic Bank Home Easy Loan. Think affordable. Think convenience. Think Republic.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3. Republic makes home easy.
Wow, that was such a breeze.
Own your home with ease.
So whether laying that first brick or purchasing an existing home, we've got you covered. Republic Bank will get you those keys hassle-free in no time.
Home is easy as 1, 2, 3.
Apply for a Home Easy Loan today for a chance to win a cash prize. Getting your new home is easy with Republic Bank.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Terms and conditions apply.
Police are seeking the assistance of the general public in locating Cuthbert Mark, a 42-year-old resident of Belmont, St. George. He's approximately 6 feet 3 inches in height. He has a slim build and is dark in complexion with a bald head. Mr. Mark left his residence 1 week ago and has not yet returned. He was last seen wearing a T-shirt, short pants, and a pair of slippers. Anyone seeing Mr. Cuthbert Mark or having any information about his whereabouts is kindly asked to contact the Criminal Investigation Department at 440-3921 or the police hotline at 444-1958 or the nearest police station. Funding from the CARICOM Development Fund is helping move Grenada towards improved food security. CDF officials are focusing on the commencement of the Youth in Agriculture program and the upgrade of the Mirabeau Abattoir in St. Andrew. More in this report.
The recent mission by representatives from the CARICOM Development Fund to Grenada was intended to strengthen the institution's support for 2 major projects under the portfolio of the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Fisheries and Cooperatives. The 2-man team directed their attention to the commencement of the Youth in Agriculture program and the continued improvement of operations at the Mirabeau Abattoir in St. Andrew. Back in 2019, CBF signed a grant agreement with Grenada through which the country benefited from CDF resources not exceeding the equivalent of $220,815 US. Approximately $42,000 was disbursed last year for the improvement of the Maribo facility.
The CDF, the CARICOM Development Fund, would have provided some support to the retooling of the Maribo Abattoir through a grant that was provided a couple of years ago. Obviously, we would have had some delays in terms of the implementation of the project. So what we really want to do was to come back and get a good sense of what is the state of play as it is right now, so we can determine what is going to be needed to move forward with the project.
I'd like to see the end of this initiative, where we have installed the necessary equipment and all for the betterment of the agricultural sector, particularly livestock sector, and the quality of meat that people consume here in Grenada.
Speaking there was CDF representative Mr. Christopher McNair, program specialist, business development, and Mr. Karen Baker. The additional funds will help the ministry make some changes to the scope of the proposed action plan, facilitate training, and the upgrading and repair of equipment.
Project will be of a benefit for the Maribo Abattoir, also for the butchers, and what we at least the work will be done efficiently. Yeah, and it will be a plus, and also it will be great for food safety. That way your meat is properly kept.
And it's really a project that was geared to upgrade the Maribo meat processing facility to not just a facility where we do just slaughter and just send off into the public, but also fabrication of carcasses. In that same moment, we also had discussions regarding increased productivity in all the sectors across livestock, particularly. So this was one of the initiatives that was geared to facilitate or accommodate the increase in livestock production.
That was Karen Samuel, supervisor at the abattoir, and Dr. Kimon Cummins, acting chief veterinary and livestock in the Ministry of Agriculture. The Maribo Abattoir is the largest and most modern of 3 such facilities in Grenada that processes approximately 75 animals per week. The facility is important as it is been building customer confidence through the processing of safe and quality meats for the local market. Upgrading the Maribo Abattoir will increase productivity and reduce the level of backyard butchering done under practices and unhygienic standards. The Youth in Agriculture program and the upgrade of the abattoir at Maribo in St. Andrew are embraced by the Ministry of Agriculture as ways of boosting Grenada's food security. Christelina John, GBN News.
Various aspects of the agriculture industry will take center stage in Grenada during June and July, when the country hosts 3 major regional meetings. The Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Fisheries and Cooperatives is currently finalizing plans for the meetings of the Regional Coconut Training and Exhibition, which will be scheduled for June the 12th to 15th, followed by the OECS Council of Agriculture Ministers meeting on June 30th, and the 56th annual meeting of the Caribbean Food Co-op Society and the joint conference of the Caribbean Agricultural Extension Providers Network, or CAPENET, from July the 10th to the 14th. More details in this Betty Ann Lazarus report.
Grenada is slated to host the 56th annual meeting of the Caribbean Food Co-op Society and the joint conference of the Caribbean Agricultural Extension Providers Network, commonly referred to as CAPNET. This joint meeting is scheduled for July 10th to the 14th, 2023 at the Grenada Trade Center. Minister of State with responsibility for agriculture and lands, fisheries and cooperatives, Senator Adrian Thomas, pointed out that Grenada stands to benefit tremendously from hosting these conferences, and that he's optimistic that farmers and stakeholders in particular would be exposed to a wealth of information which can only augur well for the further development of the agriculture sector. The joint conference will bring together scholars, researchers, extensionists, growers, and other professionals associated with food production, distribution and policy from all 4 main language groups of the region: English, Spanish, French, and Dutch. Technical sessions will seek solutions to important problems limiting the production, processing and marketing of food crops and animals in the Caribbean. Facilitators from Grenada, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, South Africa, Belize, and the United States will make presentations at the sessions. Presenters will focus on integrated research and modern agricultural extension services. On the Thursday of the joint conference, there will be a Farmers Forum, during which local farmers will make short presentations on areas such as poultry and vegetable production, fisheries, sea moss production, farmers and food security, and the future of extension services, among others. Individual farmers and their respective organizations throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique are encouraged to follow the flow of information from the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Fisheries, and cooperatives with regards to their involvement.
It's time to take a peek into the GBN's eyesore lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN Eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Tonight's GBN Eyesore features a challenge teachers and students face, especially when it rains. As a reporter said, there is a leak at the Green Street Primary School, which was reported to the Ministry of Education several times, but has not been addressed. Heavy rainfall over the past few days forced the staff of the school to use whatever was available to collect water leaking from the roof. We're confident that many are grateful for the abundant blessings over the past few days, but we are also concerned about those who may be facing challenges from nature's downpour. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
And coming up, former acting disaster coordinator Sylvan McIntyre encourages preparedness ahead of the Atlantic hurricane season. We'll be back in a moment.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
And so it begins. A journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So when it all comes to an end, Bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express. WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Big money, money, money. $3,000 every week for 3 months.
What?
Yes, it's the NLA's Crazy Cash Giveaway Promotion. Every week from April 11th to June 30th, 3 lucky Daily Games customers will randomly win $1,000 each week. Imagine winning as much as $36,000 in 12 weeks.
How?
Spend $12 in a single purchase on Daily Cash 4, Daily Pick 3, or Playway. Look for the words Cash Winner on your tickets to collect $1,000. The more you spend $12 on your favorite daily games, the more chances you have to win. Must be 18 or older to participate. All prizes must be collected by July 7th, 2023. Other terms and conditions apply. See stores for details. NLA, making your dreams come true. Money, money, money.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Stasia Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Stasia Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. We operate at Grenville and the Carnage. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679 or 440-1500 or visit any of our locations. Stasia Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you. This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
And welcome back. There's been quite a bit of rain over the last few days, and with that, road safety under adverse conditions and the requirements for obtaining a driver's license took center stage on this morning's To The Point program. Guest on the program was Superintendent Sylvan McIntyre, who weighed in on the issues.
The start of the Atlantic hurricane season is just about 9 days away, and officials are again advocating preparedness. Predictions are for 13 named storms to be formed, of which 6 will become hurricanes. On this morning's To The Point program, former acting disaster coordinator Sylvan McIntyre reiterated the call for safety and preparedness. Speaking against the backdrop of the heavy downpours experienced over the past 3 days, McIntyre zeroed in on road safety under adverse conditions and how motorists and pedestrians alike should treat with it.
Look at our own neck of the woods, what happens here. Do not have fog per se in this part of the territory, but we do have mist, and at times we have very dense misty mist that comes through, and with that there is a particular way that one can drive to ensure that you have some level of safety. When there is a misty condition, obviously your speed limit should be lower, should be reduced, because you should be reduced. Your visibility becomes less. There are times your level of visibility may be 4 to 10 feet that you are able to see based on the density of the mist that would be there. What that says is that it is okay at times to put on what people call your fog lights. When one drives at night and there's a misty condition, drivers who may have the experience, you can check it yourself, that having your light on bright sometimes doesn't help you very much. If you have your light on dim, it shortens the span in which your visibility would be, but it gives you a safer and a closer indication as to where you are within that zone.
McIntyre underscored the need for regular vehicular checks to ensure they are in proper working condition.
Preparing yourself for dealing with various risks on the road, whether it is created by a natural phenomena or not, it also hinges on that of the psychological readiness. Because technically, if you prepare a vehicle and you do your checks and balances, if you prepare yourself emotionally and otherwise to face the road, a lot of things really fall in line.
McIntyre shared the view that the examination process and the requirements for obtaining a driver's license should be revisited, as well as an individual's capability to read and understand road signs and signals, and accommodation for persons who are physically challenged.
I think the exams that are being set, we use what the old highway code, it was a British highway code that people use, and I'm not too sure if we have generated a real local code that suits all of the condition. You may say, yes, the highway code that is generated, it kind of fits into the international standard, that if you are able to master it, you should be able to drive a vehicle. And I remember one time Grenada was giving even licenses that were recognized internationally. Yes. But things have changed generally in how you handle certain signs and how you deal with that. So we are scrutinizing from the Ashley McIntyre Road Safety Foundation how well the exam situation and the conditions with signs and signal, how people adapt to it, and how we facilitate those who have limitations in doing the exam in the traditional means. How will they and how are they coping? And we're also examining, as we mentioned in our earlier program, the statistics. How many of these persons are having or meeting in accidents, or not necessarily meeting accidents, but sometimes you may not be in the accident yourself, but you may create the accident by the way you drive, or your inability to recognize certain risks or certain hazards while you travel on the road.
Christina John, GBN News.
And stay with us. We'll have the sports report for you next.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grand Anse, Victoria Street, Grenville, and Central Deputy Street, Wharf. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
Calling all athletics fans. The Whitsuntide Games at NACAC combined events are sprinting your way on May 27th and 28th. Hosted by the Grenada Athletics Association. Experience Thrill at the Karani James Athletic Stadium. You'll be on the edge of your seat as top local and regional athletes from St. Kitts, St. Vincent, Trinidad, Barbados, Antigua, and Guyana compete for glory. Get the best view from the main stand for just $25 or enjoy the action from the bleachers for only $15. Got kids under 12? They join the fun for even less. Gates open at 9 a.m. sharp on both days. Don't miss out on the biggest athletics event of the year, the Whitsuntide Games and NACAC combined events. Brought to you by the Grenada Athletics Association. See you at the finish line.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
And welcome, sports fans. Well, Nazio John is now the holder of both the 100 and 200-meter national records. Continuing his outstanding performance this season, John broke Karani James' long-standing 200-meter record at the NJCAA Championships on Friday, and then he returned on Saturday to lower that mark. He continued his outstanding performance for the season as he erased Karani James's 200 meters national record. Competing in the preliminaries of the NJCAA Championships on Friday, John clocked a legal 20.40 seconds to win his heat and advance to Saturday's final. The previous record of 20.41 was set by James in 2011. Earlier this month, John also erased the 21-year-old's national record in the 100 meters. Football clubs in Grenada will no longer receive financial support from the Grenada Football Association. The decision was taken at the extraordinary General Council meeting held at the GFA Administrative Building on Saturday, following which the Executive Committee announced their decision to discontinue providing financial support to the clubs. The meeting, which had a single agenda item to discuss the 2023-2024 season, was attended by representatives from 6 out of the 10 Premier League clubs, as well as representatives from each of the 4 conferences. Now, previously, the GFA executive had maintained a homegrown program similar to the FIFA Forward program, where financial support was provided to its affiliates. The funds were allocated to various aspects of the GFA season, including support for the 4 conferences, a recognized parish league, match officials, national players, and some of the nation's academies. Under the GFA club licensing program, clubs that met the necessary criteria received an annual amount of EC $15,000 annually, with the possibility of an increase in the future. The program, which commenced in 2018, aimed to assist in the development of football. However, this arrangement is no more, and the reasons prompting this decision have not been revealed. And finally, Sunday, the TNT Red Force Divas pulled off a stunning 5-wicket victory to open the CWI West Indies Women's T20 Blaze on the right foot on Saturday. Captain Anisa Mohammed weighed in on the team's performance. More in this TTT News Report.
We needed a big performance today. We knew that playing against Barbados, one of the toughest teams in this tournament. One of the things we said before we left the hotel is play our best game, have fun. Once we do that, we're going to come out on top, and I thought that we did a tremendous job today.
Mohammed broke down the finer points of the win and heaped praise on Leanne Kirby, who had figures of 35 for 5 in 11.5 overs.
I think with the ball we were excellent to reduce Barbados for 81. I thought that was a really good effort with the ball, and then I thought that Leanne Chloe played a really good knock today to take us over the line, and she was well supported by Brittany Cooper as well, and even Kabina down at the bottom. Yeah, she's one of our key players. She didn't really strike in the 50 over, and we were really hoping that she'd do that tonight for us against a big team. We were really happy with her performance with both bat, ball, and in the field. You know, she had a run out. She also had a really good catch as well.
And that's your daily update of what's been happening in the world of sports. And now for a look at what's been happening around the region and the wider globe today. We start off on a sad note. At least 20 children were killed early Monday morning in a fire at the Medea Secondary School dormitory, the Guyana government has reported. We've lost many beautiful souls in that fire. The death toll currently stands at 20, while several others received injuries, the Department of Public Information said in a statement. Authorities said 7 others were prepared for medical evacuation to Georgetown. Government has described the incident as heart-wrenching. Minister Mark Phillips was reportedly leading a team of cabinet and other officials to join Home Affairs Minister Robeson Ben in Medea. The president and other officials are supporting efforts at Ogle to receive the critical patients and coordinate an emergency plan of action, which has now been launched. We ask that our prayers continue to be with these children, their families, and communities, government has added. China has asked the United States to meet it halfway and bring bilateral ties back on track. But Beijing has also responded angrily to statements made during the Group of 7 G7 summit, which wrapped up in the Japanese city of Hiroshima on Sunday. It says it will reduce its reliance on Western countries. More in this report.
Beijing has hit back at the G7 nations for their criticisms during the summit. Leaders of the world's major democracies presented a united front on China, calling out what they described as maligned economic practices and concerning military activity around Taiwan and in the South China Sea. Chinese officials accuse the bloc of stirring up trouble in the Asia-Pacific and have downplayed concerns about alleged human rights abuses in Xinjiang, Tibet, and Hong Kong.
The G7 summit and the countries concerned smeared and attacked China and brazenly interfered in China's internal affairs. China has made serious representations to the Japanese side.
Beijing has sought to discredit the G7, calling it an anti-China alliance led by the United States. It says Washington itself is guilty of economic coercion, pointing to trade restrictions imposed on Chinese technology companies.
So they feel it's being very much dominated by the U.S., that the U.S. is continuing this kind of Cold War in terms of tech, and also but this containment policy overall.
State media have contrasted the summit with a gathering of Central Asian leaders in Xi'an last week. President Xi Jinping signed numerous deals, increasing trade with the 5 countries. Analysts say criticisms from the G7 are pushing China to rely less on the West.
China is already taking a whole host of steps to mitigate that by increasing its trading ties and investment ties with the developing world, with countries that don't have the same kind of concerns about exposure to China.
And while the G7 condemns Russia for its invasion of Ukraine, China maintains close ties, with Xi expected to host Russian Prime Minister Mikhail Mishustin this week. Analysts say the G7's stance toward Beijing has deepened the fault lines between China and the West. So far, they remain economically intertwined, but increasing distrust between both sides means tensions in future are likely to rise.
And that's what's been happening around the region and the globe today, May 22nd. Stay with us as we look at the recap of what's happening here in Grenada. And now for a recap of the night's top headlines. Teenager among two arrested in armed robbery at Green Dot Limited. St. Andrew Northwest MP publicly pledges to work with the National Democratic Congress government until her season is over. Police asking for the public's help to find 42-year-old Cuthbert Mark. And in regional news, early morning fire in Guyana claims the life of 20. While in international news, China summons Japan's ambassador over criticism. In sports, Nazio John smashed Karani James' national record. If you missed any part of this newscast, there will be a rebroadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at www.gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Stasia Blake, and that's the news. Have a very pleasant evening.